these old gods that are basically like demons are fighting against the gods in another dimension.
This is part 6 of the series on Falun Gong, the cult, where Angela, an ex-Falun Gong member, tells us what it exactly is. Please keep your comments respectful and enjoy the video. Your favorite half Chinese. I don't know if you know the story about why they are banned in China.
So there are rumors that the cult leader had his members like cut open their stomachs for the wheel and set themselves on fire. What the information that we are told as members is that the Chinese government was jealous of the amount of support that Falun Gong was getting. And because, of course, the Chinese government wants everyone to believe in them and not some random religion, they decided to ban Falun Gong.
Right, yeah. It's a little bit different than
Yeah.
I hear from other sources.
Yeah.
So they believe that the Communist Party became jealous and therefore they banned him. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's quite. I hear a lot of. It's yeah, I do a lot of political stuff, right? So I
Yeah.
hear I this is a very typical thing what they are often use in the West in politics, not only with China but also with Russia. Putin is jealous, therefore he's doing that. Uh,
Yeah.
he might have other reasons. I mean, he's a politician. He's not, what has his emotions to do with running his country? But you see a lot of these kind of things. That's why often when I hear things like this about big leaders, oh yeah, they're jealous. I'm like, yeah, there must be something else going on. There is this thing. There's a lot of Chinese people in Falun Gong, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
how do
mostly
they reconcile with, because don't they have family in China?
yeah, yeah. So most people don't go back to China after they come out of China and practice Falun Gong. They don't go back, especially if they are very public about
Hmm.
speaking out against the Chinese Communist Party. Like people like my mom who were on TV talking about the CCP in a negative way are very afraid to go back to China,
Right.
despite having family there. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then how do these people then feel about you're actually fighting against where you're coming from, literally trying to take down the government?
Yeah, they're not
It's
they say they're not against the Chinese people, they're against the government, and they make that distinction. They believe that
right.
the Chinese government is poisoning the people of China, hence why they thought that making people quit the Communist Party was equal to saving them. So they think that the Chinese government is actually doing harm to the people there.
Right, but doing harm in what way? What is their perspective on it?
So they think that like in elementary school, like Chinese students are supposed to do like an oath to the Chinese government, kind of like a pledge of allegiance, and
Yeah.
that is like a sworn oath. And because they do that, they are now like basically making a deal with the devil. So we thought that the Chinese government was a demon coming after
Oh,
Falun.
wow. Like in
Yeah.
a religious way,
Yeah.
or like in just how do you say, just in talking manner? Because there's a
Oh,
difference, right?
in a
Like
religious.
in a
Yeah. So this is
like really like a demon from hell.
not exactly a demon from hell. We called it like the old forces. So there are like older gods who are against saving people because they think that people are not worthy of being saved. And so these people are against Falun Gong because Falun Gong is doing the amazing job of saving all of humanity. And so these old gods that are basically like demons are fighting against the gods in another dimension, and in human form, they are the Chinese Communist Party.
It's quite interesting. I never knew that. I hear that it's almost like I'm watching a cartoon, like like I don't know. I can figure like a manga or something like that where they're fighting each other. Like I
Yeah.
never knew that they saw it that way. I always thought they were angry with the Communist Party because they've been banned. I didn't
Yeah,
know there
yeah.
was this whole demon thing with it. That's it's actually quite interesting because uh, so they say they are the old guard that doesn't want to change and don't want to save those people, and the Falun Gong wants to save those people. That's
Yeah.
very interesting because it's actually in communist ideology and Marxist ideology, it's actually quite the opposite of way of thinking because they are against the reactionary, which are the old guard that doesn't want to change, and they see themselves as progressive.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, when
Exactly.
it's come to
Yeah.
ideology, it's very funny how others view it in their way and how others view themselves in a certain way. So we were at the Communist Party. I find it so fascinating that I'm so intrigued by this whole story. Uh,
Mhm.
I didn't expect this.
Mhm.
This is something that I really didn't expect. They need to have a plan if they want to take out the Communist Party. I mean, what would happen to China if all of a sudden the Communist Party isn't there?
Yeah, well,
So
they
how?
don't care about that very much.
Oh, wow.
There are plenty of political activists within China and outside of China who are also against the Communist Party
Yeah, yeah,
and
quite a
have
bit.
a
Yeah.
plan. And so I guess they're sort of just leaving it up to them and hoping that whoever comes in next will allow Falun Gong to prosper in China again.
Yeah, like the United States.
Yes.
That's, I don't think that's a good idea if they come into China again. Yeah, that's quite interesting because they have never read the history of China,
Oh, of course.
the
Many of them are
modern
Chinese
history.
who, yeah,
So they would know what would happen if there's no government
yeah, of course.
or a
But
weak
believe
government.
that they believe that Master Lee has a plan.
He's got a plan. That's yeah. He brings in some angels.
Yeah.
It's I'm still confused about that whole story about the demons. I almost cannot believe it. Do the people really believe that?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, I'm just a little bit taken back by this. Like, I didn't expect this. Yeah. Yeah, but still, they have family over there, and uh, if they're not going back, they don't see their family unless their family is coming to them,
Yeah.
or only on a camera like we are speaking now. But so they have no feelings like, oh yeah, if we take out the government, maybe things turn really bad for the people.
Yeah.
It's,
I think their main goal is to get rid of the Communist Party. That's it.
that's it.
They don't
Yeah.
care really what happens next, as long as the Communist Party is out.
Wow, that's quite contradicting because if you really want to save people, you should have a plan in place to,
Yeah.
do some mass saving.
Yeah,
But
they're less concerned about people and more about the spirituality of people. Saving them spiritually is more important than saving them physically, if that makes sense.
yeah, yes, but bringing hardship doesn't really help with spiritual development.
Yeah,
It would be better if they would all have the time to get into a cave and meditate if they want to have that spiritual development. But if you
yeah,
take it from them, then there's nothing to be spiritual about.
yeah.
But yeah, uh, it's quite an interesting story. This was part 6 of the series. By the way, the series is not in the order of the interview. Don't forget to follow Angela at workplace_doodles. Link below in the description. Go and follow her. She has some great videos on the topic. Please let me know what you all think of this in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. We are not uncivilized barbarians. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and if you have not yet, then follow. This was your favorite half Chinese, and as always, have a great day.